Hey guys, Chris from Flow Designs. Today, I've got our new Civic Type R kit to suit the FL5, and I'm going to show you how to put it on the car. Let's get into it. First, let's go through all the parts because there's a few things to unpack here and there's a few options. First, you want to choose your option because it comes in a nice gloss back finish, which matches all the gloss trim on the car. Or you can go for the textured finish, which is going to be scratch resistant and very low maintenance. Also, there's a couple of accessories you can choose to add on. So first, you've got our winglets, which attach to the side. They're adjustable. We also have front extensions. You can attach that to the corners and they can slide to widen the splitter. Of course, all that hardware is stainless steel, and there's a couple of metal plates that go in the car, but I'll talk a bit more about that later. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is take off a whole bunch of clips where the splitter will go, which is these ones here. They live under the car towards the front. Take those out because our splitter will go in that place with the help of our mounting brackets. There is an onboard, like a self-tapping screw in the corner, so don't forget that too. To make your job easier, you want to grab yourself one of the little clip removal tools. It's just so you don't break so many clips along the way. Worst case, just grab two flat heads and you can pop them off that way. Okay, so there's a second row of clips you want to take out. Now, it's not this piece here, it's the one that joins the bumper undertray to this little plastic section here. The goal is to take out all the clips that's going to stop you from pulling it down and getting your hand in, which are basically all these ones here. There's a couple of 10mm bolts as well. If you can't pull it down, that means you've missed one. So I've got all the clips and now I'm able to pull this down and get my hand in because that's essential when it comes to mounting those metal plates. Now it's time to grab those metal plates. Now you'll notice that these have numbers on it. L123 and then R123. I'm just going to show you where they go, but they'll be written on the instructions for you as well. Okay, so there's arrows on the plate, right? So if you're under the car and looking out, that's where the arrows are going to point. It's going to point to the front of the car. Now numbers 1, 2, 3, there's 6 holes here. So the middle 2 is going to be 1, and then you count outwards. So 1, 2, 3. These 3 here, you got R, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So before I put the R, 1, 2, and 3, I'll just quickly explain why we've done this. Number 1 is for ease of installation, because you don't want to put a washer, a nut, a 10mm spanner. It's all in one. So once you drop it in, you can just put a bolt in it. The other reason is because this acts as like a bit of a splitter sandwich. By having a metal plate, reinforcing 3 layers of plastic along with the undertray, it's going to make it for a very, very strong product. So our splitter is going to be as strong as the bar. So I'm going to start with the L1, which is this one here. So 1, 2, 3. The way you want to do it is just hold on to it, pull this down, get your arm in, and line up the thread with the hole. So now I'm doing L2. Now when you do this, you know that it'll fit because this is actually designed to suit that spot only. So when you drop it in, it's not going to sort of wiggle around, then you know it's right. Now we're almost ready to fit the splitter to those plates and put in the car. But before you do, just make sure you put in all these spaces before you put it onto the car. Now we're ready to line the splitter to those 6 mounting points with the metal plates. All you gotta do is grab your bolt and washer. You might need a friend just to hold up one side. I've also got these little clips like that, just to clamp the corners in so it doesn't run away. So we've got the 6 bolts in the middle done. They went with the bracket pretty easily. I did find it easier just to hold the bracket down while putting the bolt in. This helped a little bit. Now we want to do the corners. Now this is a bit weird. Honda, that corner, they use a self-tapping screw. So we provide the same thing but longer. This side, they use the push clip, which means that once everything's buttoned together, there's no access. So we've come up with a little rubber nut system, and I'll show you how to assemble this because this is a bit tricky. So this is the section we're working on. This is the right side, or the driver's side in Australia. Now you can see that once everything's in, you can't really get a nut and a tool and a spanner through there, right? So what you want to do is set up this way. There is a black guard liner there. You can see that? You put the rubber nut in that hole. Now underneath it, you've got 2 layers of plastic. You've got this black bit, and then you've got the painted section of the car. You want to put this washer just underneath that rubber nut that we just put in. Just underneath like that. And it's in between the 2 black pieces. From there, all you got to do is put your bolt in, which is the small bolt, as an M5, and that goes through that way, and it'll grab it from behind, giving you a secure mount. So this is the other side. This is what came out of it. We're just going to replace it with a longer version. Let's take a quick break and let's talk about the box that was on the front of this car. Because you're doing the splitter kit and you've taken all the clips out anyway, it's a good time to remove that big giant box, because the only way to get behind it is by going underneath and taking out 2 bolts, which are almost there because all the clips are already off. The reason why you want to take it off is you can replace it with a float brackets product, which is this. The original box was like this big. Our one is a lot smaller, and you'll be able to adapt your number plates using a bracket system to get a much cleaner look. Like I said, you're almost there. You're 2 bolts away, so you might as well do it. I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can have a look. So now there's only 4 bolts left. So there's last 2 here, same on the other side. All you got to do here is drill out the last 2 holes, get your nut, bolt, and washer combos, tighten them up, and then put your clips back in when you're done. To drill out the holes, we're going to use the 8mm drill bit and an Allen key and a 10mm spanner to tighten everything up. So I've done the last 2 bolts on each side. I've double checked all my hardware to make sure it's tight. Now I was going to put back all the gazillion Honda clips back in the way they go to re-secure the section that we opened up. Okay, once you're done, you'll be left with 11 of these and that little self-tapping screw that was in that corner. Now, I've got the splitter on. Now, for those that want a little bit extra, we do sell optional front extensions. So what that means is these can bolt onto the splitter independent of the car and the splitter. All you got to do is line the bolt to a thread that's already existing to suit these slots here. Bolt them up and you can adjust them in or out. It's sort of up to you. You can also rotate the front a little bit. We also have winglets. Now you can run these on their own, together, separate. It's all up to you. So if you're using both, then grab the long bolt and line it up with the same bolts, and the piece that is just on its own, use a shorter bolt. So these line up to the thread underneath. Now this section is just the front extension, so I've got to use a shorter bolt. I've got a longer one for the corners because I'll be putting on winglets as well. Last thing to do is just adjust it to where you want it to be. I'll probably pull it full out for this time, see what it looks like, and just pinch tight with a 4mm Allen key. You do not want to over tighten these. And there you go, front splitter all installed. Now, our biggest point of difference is the metal plates that live in it, because it's going to be really, really strong. Now, there are a few different bolts combinations and a little bit differences left to right. So refer to the instruction manual that's included, which is also downloadable off the product page of our website. Last tip, if you buy the individual pieces by itself, you can, but you're going to save a little money by buying in packages. That also includes accessories as a package as well. So I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.